Morning, beautiful people. We made it to see another day, and today is day 6 of 30 of Metabolic Minute. We're going to go ahead and hop into our faith focus. Our faith focus today is coming from Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10. For who have despised the day of small things? Listen, sometimes we overlook those small victories because we're so focused on the big goal, the big picture. Like we can't fathom how we're going to get from here to there. But it's those small steps that we take that matter over time. And I say this over and over again. 1% better every day. Be committed to that. Compounded over a year, your results are going to be phenomenal. Every single transformation begins with small steps. I said this yesterday. One small healthy meal, right? One walk, one workout, Crystal, one video at a time, right? One day of consistency. Don't count that out because we'll say to ourselves, it's just one video, but 1 + 1 is 2 + 1 is 3 + 1 is 4 + 1 is 5 + 1 is 6. You get it? You get the picture? So be sure to celebrate your small wins because they eventually become big results. Okay, for our metabolic lesson, let's talk about why fasting helps to lower our insulin. Now, okay, so one of the biggest benefits of fasting is its effect on insulin. When we're constantly eating, and I believe we hit this on day 4, when we're constantly eating, right, insulin is constantly being stimulated. We're constantly having these insulin spikes over and over again. Google, if you will, what constant insulin spikes is doing to our bodies. But when we start to fast, inside of that window, our insulin levels naturally begin to decrease. This is why fasting is so beneficial for us, y'all. And guess what? As your insulin drops, the body becomes more capable of assessing. I don't know about you, but I got some of it, right? Assessing this stored fat and using it for energy. And when it assesses the stored fat and uses it for energy, guess what? It disappears. It starts to burn the fat. And this doesn't happen instantly, but over time, fasting helps improve metabolic health and insulin sensitivity. So I shared this before. One of the main reasons that I am fasting, and most people are fasting, is to be able to metabolically switch, which simply means having your body go from burning sugar to burning fat. And again, if we're constantly eating all day long, picture this, you're eating, right? And your insulin is rising. Your insulin takes your glucose to your cells for energy so it can burn it. When you are insulin resistant, your cells don't open up and welcome that in. So what happened? Insulin's like, we got to put you somewhere, yo. We got to put you somewhere. So this is where it starts to store in our body. And this is where the buildup come in at. I'm trying to tell you, fasting will help you lose weight. That's the number one thing most people want to hear. But I'm really pressing my community anyway to focus on that internal health because it's really not the number on the scale. This number right here is way more important than the number on the scale. We're going to go ahead and hop in and get my numbers for today. We have our alcohol white. Y'all, when I tell you this was the most amazing thing, I just, you don't know what you don't know, but I wish I would have learned this a lot earlier. But, God had me here for a reason in this time and season. And I think one of the biggest things, as I said before, for me, biggest wins is that my mom's high blood pressure in 7.5 weeks. I'm not telling you what another coach told me about their client. I'm not telling you what I read. My own mother, had high blood pressure. And we wasn't even intentional when she started her fasting journey. Once I started studying and, locking into the lessons, she just came along with me on the journey. I get the phone call one day and high blood pressure is down. She has not taken another goblet of medicine since. So I'm going to run with that until I can't run no more. But anywho, okay, so we cleaned our area, our finger rather. I'm going to pop in did that backwards. So I'm going to prick my finger. Remember, we got a little bit of blood. We're going to wipe that off. Now we're going to press. And we're going to go ahead and, okay, this is our ketone. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bing. Where we at? All right, we are at 0.6. We were at 0.8, 0.7, 0.6. Now we want our ketones to go higher. Okay. Now if I were to test later in the day, because I'm nowhere near breaking my window for the day, but come on. And I get stuck. I need to break my finger again. It bees like this some mornings. Okay, let's just do it again. Same time. Did that a little bit more to the top. All right. There we go. We got a little doublet. Make sure it's enough. And I did wake up with a glucose of, it goes 90. Okay, so this is 98. I'm almost sure that this is not an ingredient with my Dexicom. All right, so let's go see before we go to our Dexicom, we're getting our readings. Okay, so guess what? I'm in fat burning mode. Hey, it's a 0.9, 9 and below. I'm going to see, maybe I'll test later and bring y'all my numbers. I'm testing early in the morning. And when you are in fat burning mode early in the morning, there's going to be a gap between the time we wake up to the time we start fasting. So a lot of people use these numbers, like I'm at a 9 right now. I'll probably today, I might break my fast in about 3 hours. So if I were to test again, this number, my GKI will be much lower. And now let's see what my Dexicom is reading. So my Dexicom is my continuous glucose monitor. Okay, so that is reading, what is this? I don't know why my screen is looking different, but my Dexicom is reading a 95. And your Dexicom will give you an average. Okay, so my average glucose is 87. Can y'all see that? I know it's a glare, so you probably can't see it. But that's a great number. Average meaning 24/7. So what we typically would want is to have a goal of a fasting glucose to be between 70 and 90. So when I am eating, this is averaging out. So that's perfect. Like I love to average underneath a 90. That's a great sign. But okay, so if y'all have not hopped into that challenge, we have Straight to the Core coming up. And during the challenge, I give some fasting lessons for anyone that may not be in the community. And remember that the challenge is for men and women. Anybody can hop into the challenge. So there we go. We're going to wrap up day 6. You have the most amazing day ever. If you're not following, please like, follow, comment, put the notification bell on. We're in this for 30 days. Also, my weight, I hopped on the scale this morning. We're at 217 point something? We started at 222. So I like to highlight that, but I don't like to make that a major focus because a lot of people focus on their weight. You're going to miss the picture. You're going to miss the lesson. You're going to miss the health. You're going to miss all the things if you just focus on that one number. So make sure you do something today that your future self is going to thank you for. And I will see you tomorrow.